Hi, proto friends. Sorry I've been away for a while. Things have gotten a little crazy. Kids were out of school all summer, and work got busy, and traffic got worse. And being a driver, that really didn't make anything any better. um, as far as my transition's gone, it's progressing nicely. Um, I know I missed, almost an entire month. I'm sorry about that. Um, let's see. Well, week 4 was okay, but nothing really happened until about the end of the week. I started feeling a little sad and anxious, and well, that one lasted for a while. It I still had positive moments for the most part, but I just wasn't really feeling myself, and it was a little difficult, and I needed time to process. But week 5, about the beginning, my boobs started hurting, and ow, they still are, but that's really throughout that week. And I went into a gas station and went to the bathroom and came out, and the janitor bumped me, and I fell over boobs first into the wall, and that one really hurt. He was like, "You okay?" I said, "Kind of." But and then by the end of that week, I, I was pretty well starting to get fairly sad, and it's not like a depression like normal, like I used to experience a lot, but it was definitely a different kind of like an actual sadness instead of a depression. Um, and so far, I've gotten good enough that I can give myself my shot without actually having to do it 2 or 3 times to try to find the right spot. So that's good news. Although the one time I give myself a really big bruise. uh, and then my daughter came to visit on the weekends a few times. And one time we went to the mall so she could visit her mom. Um, and like I came out to her mom like a week before that or so, maybe. And she was like, okay, whatever. But at the mall, that one was particularly rough because she had all her friends and her other kids, and then she was started calling the other kids like, "Come here, I don't want you near that." I was like, "Well, great way to be dehumanizing, woo." So, but my daughter went and told her off, but we still stuck around. Mm, I guess that was kind of one of my first negative reactions, other than my grandma just thinks I need more medications because I'm mentally ill, and not that the software is different than the hardware. Um, cross. Speaking of the hardware, the across the way, there's been some NAD shrinkage. About the best way I could put it. Um, so that was a change that I wasn't really expecting too much of, but I guess being on spiralactone and estradiol at the same time, that'll do it. Um, and then we went and visited my other grandma, and she's in the memory care home, and I took my daughter with me, and well, it wasn't one of her best days. I started taking a storybook when I go to visit, one she read to me when I was really little, and she seems to remember that, but she can't exactly place who I am, but she recognizes that I'm familiar. So, eh, you know, you just gotta go through it, I guess. As long as she's being taken care of, that's what's really important. But when we left, me and my daughter almost cried because it was not a particularly um, good day for her memory. But I mean, she's of the disposition, always has been, that she's in pretty good spirits most of the time. Um, and then, across that time, my daughter went and got her permit and scared the bejeebus out of us a couple times because one time she put me in a ditch and then jerked it back out, and the car started flapping all over the road. And then I took over and got it stable, but she yelled at me for grabbing the wheel. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Just let you hit a tree? Come on. um, but yeah, it's but now I kind of lost count, and I'm actually on 2 months now of HRT. The voice training thing's not great because some days I can hit it just just perfect, and other days are just a little sketchy. And I still have that thing where I run out of energy or I get upset that I just go flip back to my previous kind of mode. I mean, I've really looked into it and searched it within myself, and it doesn't seem to be a masculine role that I flip back to. It's sort of the like a just a kind of a non-binary, but it has a masculine veneer to it. Maybe I don't know, but I don't feel it as a masculine like personality, but I just flip back to that when I get mad or something. And fixing my mom's car a lot this summer, that's really been more often than I'd like. Um, because geez, mechanics versus engineers. Engineers, I swear, sometimes they just want to make the mechanics' lives hard. I'm pretty sure my dad would say that too. But um, let's see. Yeah, I think, but it's been getting a little tough too because I, I was started running out of money having to fix this darn van all the time. But I'm still trucking on, still keep on going. Yeah. And my hair's grown out a good bit, and I still got this little thing up top of my head that just doesn't want to quite do anything that looks nice, but sort of does sometimes. It's like kind of sometimes I look like a Muppet. Just sticking, and but back is coming in pretty nice. Body hair's coming slower, and I haven't been having to shave as much, which is very nice. And I've noticed a little bit more filling through the bottom end a little bit, but I'd like to get more tone. But trying to get to the gym, eh. Most every time I have free time, my mom's like, "Hey, I need you to." Well, you know, sorry for rambling on. And like, I noticed the subscribers have grown a little bit, and I know there's like 20, 25 of you, and you guys are awesome. Thank you. It really appreciate that because I've been down, and like last weekend, I finally broke down and cried for the first time in 30 years. Um, because I struggle with loneliness, and well, I just I'm what I'm really scared of is that I'm almost 40, and I haven't had anybody around for almost a decade, and it's like after my divorce, it was like, okay, I'm going to take a couple years, work on me, become a better person, and then try to get back out there. But then, like, the whole dating thing started to shift towards apps and stuff, and I'm not really good with communication through text because, well, it does get difficult. I do come off a little robotic in texts, though, so ironically. And, but I got really sad and I cried. And worst part was, is I was driving the truck for work and I was waiting to get loaded, and then I just start crying. Just, and then I tried to hold it together for a little while, and I made it down the road for about a mile, and I had to pull over for about 15 minutes. Then I thought I was good, and then got another mile or two down the road in 15 minutes. And I ended up a little bit later than I wanted to be, but these deliveries really aren't scheduled. It's just, this is closing time. Make as many loads as you can. You know, that sort of thing. But that was something kind of special, and but you know, I'm still kind of sad and anxious about it because I'm not the sort that does really well without a mate, because I need that um, special interaction that you can only really have with a mate, because there's just feels like there's something missing in me, like deep in here, and just something that I feel like I need. I mean, some people are like, "Well, you got what about friends?" It's like, yeah, well, I don't really know because most of my friends don't. We meet up a couple times a year, and then that's about it. It's like, "Hey, Merry Christmas" and stuff, but that's there's only like one or two, you know. So it's a little hard. So I don't really have anyone in my general area to interact with. So um, I do get kind of lonely, and I'm rambling on again. I'm sorry, but yeah, back tangent over. Then back to it. I know there's like 25 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Because sometimes when I get sad, I get in my head a little too much, and everything starts feeling plastic and fake. And I start feeling more and more isolated from the world, even though like I'm walking through it. It just feel everything around me feels fake, and like I guess it's some sort of a dissociation. And it's great when I get some interactions and some more likes and stuff, and then it's like, hey, there's other people out there. It's okay. It really encourages me. But I know I'm not the most interesting person to watch right at the moment, but I also got my daughter a VR account, and she wants to join on an adventure or something. So maybe look forward to that. Yay! But it could be chaos. um, okay. I probably prattled on too long now. All right. Bye.